Everybody wants some blast of magic, 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 magic. I got the magic in me.
It's time for Magician 101, the show for all magicians. Got a lot of great questions this week. Before I get to the questions, make sure to post your questions down below for next week. Alright, I'm not going to pronounce your last name, or I'm going to butcher it up, but it's Perry, and it says, can you please review the DOS system? To anybody who wants the DOS system reviewed, because I'm getting a lot of comments on this Magician 101 series and 365-day Magic Challenge. I've already reviewed the DOS system, everyone. That was back on episode 12 of this show. So 2 episodes ago, that's when I reviewed it. Go back and check that out. Alright, Harry Bow 32123 says, what's your best trick? Alright, well, my best trick, I'm not going to say what my best trick is because it's the ones I love performing, I think, in the moment. So when I get really excited in my show, because I know this trick is coming up next, I get really excited. Some of the ones I get really excited about are Chris Ballinger's Forced Outcome. I really love that one. Dirty Pool, the one where the pool ball appears. And then, Crosswords. Crosswords is another really good one that I love. Those are some of my top ones that I just love when they come up in my show and I know I'm going to do them next. Hey, I get to do one of my favorite tricks. And also the Angry Sponges too. That's another really good one that I love performing. Okay, 5555 Trumpet says, what are the top 3 most expensive tricks you own? Alright, well, I'm actually going to tell you my top 5. And I'll tell you the reason why in just a moment. The most expensive trick that I own is this guy. Or I should say these guys, because I have the other three up here. It is the No Assistant Nesta Boxes by David Chevette. This is a really cool set of Nesta boxes where you do not need an assistant to load the object into the boxes. You do it right in front of the spectator. And I think it's a really cool way to actually do the Nesta boxes because and when you load in the object, it's indetectable even if you're standing on the sides. The only thing that might be a little bad is if some of your audience is behind you, but that shouldn't be it. You shouldn't have an audience behind you anyways. But the way you load it in, even if they're on the side, it's hard to see the secret. This is going to be about $536. I think it's kind of expensive, but it's worth it. If you do a lot of performing, this is worth it because it's going to pay for itself. I've done 5 kids shows, and I've paid this off, so it's really worth it. It's really worth it. Now I'm making profit off this because I've already paid this off. So I definitely recommend going to pick that up if you've got some extra cash to spend and you do a lot of performing. Alright, and another one that that's really expensive is this. This is my straight jacket. I bought this for about 200 and something. Yeah, 200 and something. I think it was like 230. I got this straight jacket. And this is a gimmicked straight jacket. It's not a regular straight jacket. But it's really cool. Again, I paid for this and paid for this off. I paid for this off as well. But this is really cool because it's kind of like you're bringing a Houdini thing into your act. I love doing this as kind of like a history piece, kind of an homage to Houdini. That's what I say in my show when I do it. I'm like, this is an homage to Houdini. And then another really expensive one is this Zigzag Rocky. This is about $135, so it's kind of expensive, but it's definitely worth it. It's kind of cool to have Rocky do his own little magic trick in the show. I kind of like that. And then another expensive one is this guy, but he's not really that expensive. Retail, this thing sells for over $200. But if you go back to my old video, it's what I got at the Magic Flea Market when the Magic Warehouse, one of my local online magic shops, had a big flea market. I could pick this up for $40, and it's like originally the regular price is like 200 and something, like 230. So this is really expensive, but I picked it up for cheap. So I mean, it's sort of expensive, but it's sort of not because I didn't pick it up for cheap. I didn't pick it up for a lot of money. And also my my multiplying bottles. They're also originally like 240. I picked those up for $40 as well. So they're expensive, but I picked them up for cheap. All right. And finally, Jay Brothwick says, thanks 444RR. Hope you are well. Could you tell me what you think of Russian Rhapsody Card Duck, and Magic Drawing Board by Axtel because I would like to pick these tricks up, but I do not know much about them. Thanks, 444RR. Alright. I'm going to throw one of your questions out the window. Russian Rhapsody. I have looked online for this trick. I have been perusing magic forums. I can't find any information about Russian Rhapsody. I have no idea what you've been talking about. So I'm not going to give you my opinion on that because I don't even know what it is. So, yeah. But I will tell you about the Card Duck because I do have the Card Duck right over here in the corner. Let me get the Card Duck out. This is actually one of my favorite tricks to do in a kid's show. I love the Card Duck. If you don't know what the Card Duck is, basically you have a card selected by a spectator. It can be signed or not, doesn't matter. And then you have the spectator put it back in the deck. And you put the deck right here in this little Roger's, I call this guy Roger, his feed trough, and then Roger will find the card. It's really cool. And I use this in my kids' shows. Again, I don't have a kid, though. I don't have a kid come up and pick the card. I have an adult, usually. But the kids love it to just see this duck pick a card out. So this is a really good trick. I use this in my all my kids' shows. So I do recommend picking up the Card Duck. There's also a girl version of the Card Duck that I've seen. I think it works the exact same, though the duck has a little hat on her head. So I don't know if I don't think the trick changed at all, but you have that. And there's also a version I've seen with a rooster. So if you wanted a rooster instead of a duck, you can have that as well. And the Axtel Magic Drawing Board. If you don't know what that is a whiteboard. You take a dry erase marker. You draw two eyes on this whiteboard and a mouth. And then all of a sudden, boom, the mouth and eyes come to life, and this whiteboard starts talking to you. It's basically a puppet, is what it is. It's a puppet made into a whiteboard. So you have the whiteboard come to life, and the whiteboard will start talking to you. And then you can erase the mouth, and the whiteboard, you'll hear the whiteboard muffle, like, so it's really cool. And you're making a whiteboard talk, of course, because it's more of like a ventriloquist piece. But magicians can also use it as well as like a card revelation. You could have like the whiteboard tell you your card was the King of Hearts or whatever. I don't own the trick. I would love to pick it up, but it's like really expensive. It's like $200. It's like $236, I think, something like that. So it's really expensive, but I hear it's worth the money. I've seen a local magician use it in his show. His name's Joe Romano. It's a really cool little thing. It gets good reaction from the audience. When they see the face that you drew come to life, it really gets a good reaction. But, Jay, I'm going to refer you to another friend of mine. His name is PenguinMan406. Go to his channel because he actually has one of these Axtel drawing boards. I think he has the smaller version. I think it was Penguin Man. I want to say it was Penguin Man. Because he joined me one night on a live chat. Yeah, it was Penguin Man. Yes. So go check out Penguin Man 406 channel. He joined me once on a live chat, and he actually did the Axtel drawing board. So it was really cool when he did it. So if Penguin Man, if you're watching this and it wasn't you, I'm so sorry. I swear somebody did it. So if it wasn't Penguin Man, and you were the person who did the drawing board for me that one time in that live chat, definitely comment this video and let Jay know. Alright, that's this week's Magician 101. Hope you guys enjoyed. Post your comments down below for next week, and I'll see you next time for the next episode of Magician 101.